I think we're good to go. Hi everyone. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Just trying to get the positioning of this right. Hopefully that's okay. Hi Sam. Welcome. How are you today? Alright, let me link this book in the chat and pin it in case anyone would like to buy it, because it is a gorgeous book. Okay. Let me go ahead and pin that to the top. Hi Sam, welcome. The other Sam. So many Sams. So I started this page earlier with my bestie Kate from Kate's Colouring Haven. Both of us were intimidated by this book. So we was like, you know, the best way to tackle this is to do it together. So we're both doing the same page. Hi Amanda. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Didn't really want to wake up this morning, but I got there. What was I saying? So yeah, we're both doing the same page. It was between 3 pages and we chose this one. So far I've coloured in the Cadillac up here. I think it's a Cadillac or some kind of 50s style car, and the little sign, and I've coloured part of Minnie. I've literally just been dotting about all over the place, colouring what I feel like colouring. I've added a little bit of Arteza glitter gel pen to her belt and the bows on her shoes, which you may or may not be able to see sparkling. So I figured I would just pick up my pencils and continue colouring some of these cacti and chatting with my friends. So hubby is at work tonight till about 9 o'clock, I believe. So I was like, okay, perfect opportunity to do a live stream for a couple of hours. Hi Minnie, welcome. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you? So yeah, good opportunity to come and do a live stream with you guys. Let's see, Saturday. I think Saturday I was hoping to do a live stream, but it would be earlier in the day because I think he finishes at about 4:45 or something. So if I did, it would probably be 2:30, somewhere around that kind of time, UK time. Sunday, I don't think I will be live streaming because we'll be packing because we're going down to Cambridgeshire to see my puppies. So my mum is in our extended social bubble, family bubble, whatever you like to call it. Hi Kate, sweet, how are you? Welcome, welcome. You need this book, Sam. I'm not gonna lie, you do need it. I have linked it in the description above. You can see I've pinned it if you want to check it out. So yeah, Sunday I will be packing my suitcase and being very excited and anxious at the same time because travelling always makes me anxious, but I get the reward of seeing my gorgeous puppies at the end of it. And I've not seen them since November, so this is like way overdue. I need to see my doggies. So yeah, so we've got tonight's live stream, and then, like I said, hopefully one Saturday afternoon, all being well. But how are you guys? What are you all working on at the moment? I hope you've had a good day. I've just I had about an hour spare after cooking dinner and getting Steve out of the house. I had about an hour spare to chill. So I thought I would pop on this ridiculous TV show, because that's the kind of TV I like watching, called Temptation Island. Yeah, Temptation Island. So it's these 4 couples in America, and they go to this island to test out their relationship with each other, make sure that their chosen partners are who they really want to be with for the rest of their lives. And then, you know, they get thrown into 2 separate villas with loads of guys and girls, and date them, and their relationship gets put to the test. So, like I said, really rubbish TV, but I love that kind of TV. I'm just like, oh, what's gonna happen? Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. You're gonna be in the doghouse. Been working on uni work and a job application for 8 hours. Oh, well, good luck with the job application, Minnie. I hope you get it. Yes, John, she needs it, but only when you can afford it. Oh, gosh. Read the mail to dinner. Yay! Oh, I'm glad you managed to get everything done, Kate. I'm still struggling with food, you know. I cooked that dinner and literally kind of sat here eating it for the sake of eating it. I didn't want to eat it. Wasn't hungry, didn't fancy it. I mean, obviously I was hungry because I hadn't eaten since breakfast this morning. But my body is telling me, you're not hungry, you don't need this. So I'm still struggling there. Don't really know what to do about the situation, so just keep plodding along, giving my body food that it doesn't want, but needs. Hey Ellie, welcome. How are you, sweet? For anyone interested, by the way, I'm using Polychromos as my choice of pencils, and the cacti that I'm doing, I'm using May Green 170 as a base, then Earth Green Yellowish 168 as a mid-tone, and Permanent Green Olive 167 as my shading tone. Just for anyone interested. I was just saying to Kate earlier that I really need to complete my Polychromos collection, because I think I only have like 30 left to collect or something. So it's just a case of doing it when funds allow. I've had some nice chocolate, Ellie, if that counts. I haven't touched my main Easter egg yet, or the little mini cream eggs that came with it. But I actually ordered, like, you get 3 cream eggs for £1 or something. And instead they sent me 2 small hollow chocolate Easter eggs. So I've ate 1.5 of those. Is that John talking? That seems like that's John replying to me instead of Sam. Yeah, I don't know what they would do, Minnie. I don't know who they would refer me to. Oh, yeah, definitely, Ellie. Chocolate makes everyone happy, I think. So I'm going to live stream with you guys for hopefully a couple of hours. I'm going to aim for 2 hours. See how we get on. And then I have a feeling I might grab my Nintendo Switch and play a bit of Animal Crossing whilst watching some more rubbish TV. Galaxy chocolate is delicious. My favourite is the salted caramel Galaxy. I just bought Sam, who on here is Sassy Sammy, a book and a bar of Galaxy for her birthday. A belated birthday gift the other day. Hi, John. Hey, Trouble. How are you? Oh, nice, Minnie. Minnie, am I buddy colouring with you? I am, aren't I? I can't remember the page. It was Hannah Carlson's Daydreams? No, Ellie, I haven't ordered it, hun. I haven't ordered it because I can't afford it this month. We're going away to the seaside in a week, so we're trying to keep some pennies back for that. Looks lovely. Hi, Jane. Welcome. Oh, I know, right? I think I was talking to Kate about this earlier. I think I started off with the base set of 36 or something, and then all of the rest of them I've bought via open stock as and when I could afford it. We tend to do, I say we, because I always ask hubby if he wants any supplies as well, and usually he'll sort of say, oh, can I have this or whatever. We usually do a £30 order at a time and then pop it on ClearPay so we can pay fortnightly, and it just makes it a bit more affordable for us. Yeah, I'm hoping to get it at some point, Ellie, when funds allow. Was it Daydreams, Minnie? Or was it Summer Nights? I've got a feeling it was maybe Daydreams. My memory is awful. If you tell me which book it is now, I will jot it down, and then that way I won't forget. Where's my pen? date are we on? 8th of April. Okay. So, body colours. We have Kate. And we are doing Easter in Rhapsody in the Forest. And then we're also doing Disney Mandalas. Minnie and Daisy. It was Daydreams. Was it a bird, if I remember rightly? Was it a bird page? Really need to flag it, don't I? I think my Daydreams book is under the coffee table. Well, I've got that in there for now. If I was doing a body colour with anybody else, please do tell me and I'll write it down. I still haven't finished my first body colour with you, Minnie, which was in Twilight Garden, I think. Need to try and get that one finished. Haven't got that much to do on it, I don't think. Let's pop that over there. I think I have my Twilight Garden book near me. Maybe not. But yeah, I haven't got that much to do with it. Girl on a bird at the beginning of the book. Okay. I'm also doing buddy reading at the moment. The book that I bought Sam for her birthday, we're gonna read together, but I'm kind of 8 chapters in already because I haven't been able to put it down. Didn't get any colouring done yesterday because my fingers were absolutely killing me. It was, well, they're hurting today, to be fair, especially here. These 2 fingers were killing me in the bones, in the joints. And you know when you need to like crack your fingers like that, but for the life of me yesterday they just wouldn't crack. But yeah, poorly fingers. With my application, you have to prove you have a creative arts background. I'm not sure. It depends on the kind of job you're applying for, I think, Minnie. Are they not wanting like a degree or like a known qualification? I've no idea. I've not worked, sadly, for gosh, 5 or 6 years now, I think it is. I mean, looking after Steve every day, that's work, but you know, I don't think that doesn't pay the bills, unfortunately. Maybe you can put colorist or aspiring colorist. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. So has anyone booked any holidays this year? I know with COVID it's sort of a bit touch and go and all the rest of it, but I know self-catering opens on the 12th of April in the UK. So you can go with your bubble into a holiday apartment that's self-catered and stay in there. So that's what myself and Steve are going to do with my mum. We're hopefully going to get down to the seaside for a couple of days in April. We've also got one booked for the end of June. So obviously we're hoping that that still goes ahead. But have you guys booked anything? Anything to look forward to? Yeah, that sounds good, Kate. That's kind of what I was trying to get at, but I couldn't get the words out. I couldn't put it into words. There was a question on think it was either Facebook or TikTok, about if you were to follow your childhood dreams and pursue like your childhood dream job, what would it be? Now, as a little child, like a little girl, I always loved playing with the post office. So, you know, the book back in the day when there was books of all different kinds of stamps, and you know, the post office handled money a lot more than they do now. I always wanted to work in the post office or banking or something like that to deal with handling money. So that would be what, if I'd have followed my dream job, that would have been what I would be doing now. But then as I grew up, my dream job was to work with children, which I did do before I, you know, had to stop working. But what would your guys' jobs be if you followed your childhood dream job? What would you be doing? My hubby said he'd be in the army. He wanted to be a soldier. But he said he was glad that that didn't happen, because he would have been kicked out on medical grounds because of his epilepsy, bless him. And I'm also glad that he wasn't a soldier, because we may never have met. Yeah, we need to plan to go and see each other at some point, Kate. I mean, I'm kind of halfway towards yours if I come to Weymouth, I think. But I have plans to hopefully come back to like Torquay or somewhere at some point. I'm not sure if it'll be this year or not, but I absolutely love Torquay, and hubby does too. Hi Sue, welcome to the live. As a child, every Christmas I had a post office set. Wasn't it awesome? I mean, I'm only 35, but yeah, my mum bought me a post office set, so I had the till with all the pretend money, and like I said, all the different books of stamps and things. Oh, Kate, you wanted to work with animals and be a princess. Bless your heart. I would love to work with animals, but oh my goodness, it would break my heart. You should have seen the state I was in when we lost Harry. And you know what, Mum, I called Mum when I got home because she'd lent us the money to take Harry to the emergency vet, you know, to try and save his life. So I called Mum when we got home and told her the bad news that he'd actually passed away in my hands. And I got upset again. And she was like, "Are you seriously telling me you cried over a bird?" I'm like, "Yeah, he was my bird." She was like, "But you don't cry when humans die." I'm like, "But it's different for animals. They can't tell us they're in pain." But I know what she means, because she's referring to like when my nan died, I didn't cry. When my other nan died, I didn't cry. But I don't know, I deal with things like that very differently to animals. To me, animals are, it sounds awful, but they're closer to me than people. I have more of a bond with animals than people. Sounds terrible, doesn't it? Oh yes, Kate, we should do a colouring mini break. Like a Monday to Friday little breakaway, just colouring. Wouldn't it be lovely? I think me and Sam are talking about meeting up for like a weekend or something to colour, while Steve and John hang out on Call of Duty or something. Trouble is, if them two get on Call of Duty, I'll be like, okay, give me the controller, let me show you how it's done. Hi Laura, welcome. Thank you for joining. We are just talking about what our dream jobs were as a child, and also if we've got any plans to try and get on holiday this year, COVID allowing. If anyone is interested in getting this book, by the way, this was gifted to me by the lovely Kate, my bestie, for my birthday. And I have linked it and pinned it up above. So if you guys want to check it out, you can do. But it has gorgeous, like, copper foiled lined pages. It is gorgeous. Oh, I mean, ice cream, I wouldn't be able to have, but colouring, coffee, fish and chips, yes. Fudge, donuts, all that jazz, yeah, I'm down for it. Oh, I hope your arthritis feels better soon, Sue. I think that was the problem I had with my fingers yesterday. When the weather gets really stormy or like heavy is when it sort of plays up my joints. As a child, I always wanted to live in a seaside town. I can't imagine the winters there, though. They must be a lot colder than they are inland. I feel like these cactuses are never ending, but I'm enjoying colouring them. No, I don't, Sue. We were just talking about that. No, sadly this month I can't afford it, but I am aiming to hopefully get it at some point in the future. I really would like to get one of, is it Apol's Forest Girl books? Because, oh my goodness, the artwork in those is stunning, and I just want to watercolour in them. Hubby did say this month that I could order a book of my choice from Etsy, but I just haven't done because I'm trying to be sensible with the money, because obviously we're going away, and no doubt when we're away I may see something that I'd like to get. So I think it's, I don't know, I think it's more special to kind of save it if you're going away and, you know, get something then, because it feels a bit more of a treat than if you generically bought it, if that makes sense. So all I've bought this month is 2 reading books that were £2 each. And that was my sort of little treat to myself. And that didn't even cost us any money, because one of my markers from, let me grab it, I got the 168 set of Ohuhus, and this marker, the Y3, is actually like really bust, and it came like that, and it's kind of leaking everywhere. You can kind of see where I've mopped it up, but I emailed Ohuhu. They couldn't replace this colour, so instead they said they'd send me a refund for this marker through my Amazon account of like £3 or something. But when I checked, they'd actually refunded me £5. So I used that to buy myself a couple of books. And then I also bought Sam her belated birthday gift, as we hadn't been paid when it was her birthday. And yeah, that's what I've bought this month. I used to sort of be like, oh my goodness, you know, I haven't bought anything this month, I have nothing to show you guys. And as much as it is lovely to be able to show you guys the new things I've bought every month if I buy stuff, I'm really sort of been thinking lately, you know, I'm really enjoying what I already have. I have so many gorgeous books here, and you know, I have quite a few that I haven't coloured in yet. This was one of them that Kate bought me for my birthday, and we were talking about it today, and I was like, I'm gonna pick a page. So then I picked 3 choices out, and I said, Kate, do you want to join me? And so pleased when she said yes. And yeah, we decided on the Minnie page. So this is one of my books that's been coloured in now, and I'm really pleased. So yeah, I'm just appreciating everything I do have at the moment, I think. I'll just continue to grow my wish list. It's as much fun window shopping as it is buying sometimes. Oh, Kate, by the way, I haven't shown you yet. I've shown the group, Miss Betty and Sam, but there's about 8 new Disney books coming out. Just thought I'd slip that in there. Let me just catch up on chat. Oh, that's really nice to hear, Laura. What is it you do, hun? And hell yeah to the donuts and fish and chips. When I go to Skegness, one of the ice cream parlours along the seafront does like a tray, and they do strawberry kebabs covered in melted chocolate, and when everyone else is having an ice cream, I usually have the strawberries covered in chocolate, and oh my goodness, absolutely love it. Yes, so I will be taking some colouring. When I go to my mum's, I always take my colouring with me, because I usually end up calling the group, my buddy colourist group on Facebook, to have a natter with them. So yeah, I usually take a book away. Last time I took Drommenvanger and something else and stupidly left it there, so I haven't been able to colour in that book since. So I'm definitely going to try and find that when I get to my parents, hoping they haven't thrown it out. What book am I taking? Haven't really decided yet, you know. I might take my Kirby Rosanna's book, Fragile World, because I haven't coloured in that yet. I will send you the pictures after the live stream, Kate. But yeah, there's like 8 new Disney books coming out. It was fun buying all those books. And now announcing gigs again. Yeah. Exactly, Kate. Exactly. Oh, don't get me wrong. I absolutely adore receiving Happy Mail. It like brightens my day so much. You know, when you know you've got an Amazon man coming with a little parcel, you're like, oh, so excited. But yeah, you know, I sit on my couch and I look at my lovely bookshelf and I'm like, I'm really fortunate to have so many gorgeous books, and I really need to, you know, appreciate them and colour in them a bit more. Oh, what's 3 more, Kate? Hi, Lisa Han, welcome. Oh my goodness, Laura, you work with horses, I'm jealous. If my granddaddy was alive, bless him, I would be thin and I would be riding horses and I would own horses. But sadly, he died before I was born. Yeah, me too, Kate. I mean, I think most of you know how much I like horses, especially colouring them. Need to go and grab my drink. I'm talking too much and it's giving me a sore throat. Need to do more colouring, less talking. Talking about those books, Kate, it's actually reminded me that I need to add them to my own wish list. I need to go through and find them all and add them to my wish list. I'm not too bad, Lisa. How are you, sweet? Thank you for asking. I will be so very, very good on Monday when I see my dogs. I should like record footage of when they see me, because they haven't seen me since November, and maybe like make a little YouTube video out of it so you guys can see what it's like when I see my dogs again for the first time in ages. Reunited at last. And then my little cat. I need to try and find my cat's kitten book that I wrote out when I got her, because it sounds awful, but I can't remember the year she was born. So I'm not sure if she's like 15, 16. she could even be older than that. And I really want to find out how old she is, bless her. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Lisa. Sending you big hugs. If you need me, hun, just message me on Instagram. Oh, my dad's dad died back in 1983, so he died 3 years before I was born. So I never knew my granddad, that granddad. But I was always told by my nan, his wife, that if your granddad had have been alive, you would have had horses. So I would have led a very different life. You're welcome, hun. We're all here for each other. If you lived in England, hun, me and Kate would invite you for fish and chips and away for our little colouring weekend. You know we have to make that happen now, Kate, right? It's planted the seed. What are we going to do with the men? I mean, I can leave mine here. Aaron, sorry, I guess you have to look after the kids while me and Kate go away for the weekend. Man-free zone. If anyone gets bored of seeing me colour cactuses in, please do let me know and I'll go on to something else. Laura, I am in Swindon. I'm originally from Cambridgeshire, which is where I'm going at the weekend, but I live in Swindon with my fiance. And no amount of money could be offered to me to make me move back to where I'm originally from. Ignore my creaky chair. I would only, the only reason, it sounds really bad, but the only reason I go back to Cambridgeshire is to see my dogs and my cat. We need to do like a YouTubers meetup, colorists meetup from all around the world. Like maybe London or something. I know that when I go and stay in Holiday Inns, they have a, like where you sit and eat breakfast, they have a big kind of reception area with tables and things, and when me and hubby go and stay at Holiday Inn, we always sit down there in the afternoon and just colour, and they don't mind it at all. I have 2 jackstaffs called Enya and Bonnie, and if I minimise my computer screen, I will be able to show you a picture of them. I'll just finish this cactus off. Let's minimise my screen. Dee-dee. There are my babies. So this one is Enya. She is my puppy, and this is Bonnie, who's supposed to be my mum's puppy, but Mum said if I'm ever in a position where I can take Enya, she wants me to take Bonnie too, because you know they'll be happier together. So even though that's her puppy, she's prepared to let me have her, so therefore I call them both my puppies. So they are my darling doggies. Let's put this back down here. So Enya, the one on the left, she's very intelligent, and all she wants is, she's a complete 100% lap dog. If you was to sit down and cuddle her every single minute of every single day, she would love it. Whereas Bonnie, the one on the right, is an absolute nutter. She's the kind of dog that you'd throw a tennis ball at and it would whack her between the eyes, and she'd be like, oh, huh, what was that? What was that? And where has it gone? She's an absolute Fruit Loop. She will lick and lick and lick you until your skin is red raw. Oh, thank you. I love my babies. I mean, I'm biased, but to me they're the most beautiful dogs in the world. But I'm biased because they're mine. So I have that screensaver on my computer, and that way I get to see them every day. Okay, I think even I myself am getting bored of colouring cactuses now. Okay. Right, so I'm going to put those pencils aside for 1 second, And I'm going to pull out my fine liners, I think. So bear me 1 second. Rather than the Inconics, I think I'm going to have a play with my Twi markers by Arteza. And I want to do these like a pinky purple colour, kind of like a thistle colour. So excuse me while I just offload all of my markers to try and find the colour I'm looking for. Oops. Let's put that one to one side. Let's put that one to one side. Kind of looking for like a hot pinky purple. Let's put that one to one side. Have you bought the book, Sam? Pen Avalanche. I can't remember if that one was on there or not. I think it was. And I think that was there too. Oh, there's like a hot pink colour too. Okay. So I'm going to test those ones out, and these can all go back in here. For now. Okay. Let's put those there. Now I need a scrap piece of paper. To test these colours out on. Okay, so not that one, because that's definitely too light. It's between these two. Which one do you guys like best out of these two? Oh, I know, right, Kate? When you're like rummaging in your pots and stuff or sharpening your pencils, I'm just like, oh, I love that sound. I'm thinking maybe the top one, because maybe the bottom one's a little bit too dark. Let's be brave. Let's go for the brighter of the two. Yeah, me too, Kate. Let's pop those ones back. And if you guys need any good pencil cases or anything, the makeup bags in Primark are perfect. Laura, they're good as far as water-based markers go, I guess. I'm really not the best person to ask because I really don't like water-based markers that much. But with these, they have a lovely brush tip and then a fine tip. So I use these if I'm doing like the cross stitch method in the Belba family books. Let me grab the book. So I used them in this one, and I do the cross stitch method with the fine liners, as you can see. So they're really good for that. But as far as colouring, I've not really used them as a base or anything. But I'm about to use them in this. Just to do these little flowers on the cactuses. Good choice, guys. I like that colour. Let's zoom in slightly. Do you think this colour would be good for the watermelons, or should we do that a more reddy colour maybe? Oh, thank you, Minnie. I know, right, Laura? Tell me about never-ending wish lists. What I would say is if you do order them from Arteza directly. And always check people's Arteza reviews on YouTube, and if you search via most recent and check their descriptions, if they're like Arteza affiliates, or you know, if they've been sponsored by Arteza, they tend to have like 10-20% off gift coupon codes in their live stream, not in their live streams, in their video description, that you can then use on their website. So that's a little trick I tend to use if I do use Arteza. And they also have a reward system. For everything you buy, you collect points, and it really doesn't take that long to build your points up to get like £10-15 credit. I have a £10 credit on there at the moment, but I'm waiting for my beloved gel pens to come back in stock so I can buy another set. G'day, Betty. Hey, Miss Betty, how are you? Oh, thank you, Sue. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, I still have quite a lot of cactuses to do, but I wanted to break and to switch to something else. So I thought I would just go ahead and do the flowers. Let's also do the flowers on these cactus. Because I will colour those all the same colour too. Try and keep it nice and uniform. And for anyone wondering, I haven't got a blotter page, but they are not shadowing, ghosting, or doing anything on the next page. They're not bleeding through at all. Okay, let's zoom you guys out for a second. Let's come down here. Oh no, Kate. Oh, you need to get yourself the set of 100, hun. Okay, so that's all of our flowers done on the cactus. Let's pop that back. For anyone interested, the colour I used was Hot Pink A118 in the Arteza Twi markers. Okay, let's try and find a nice sort of pinky red to do the watermelons with. So more pen rattling times, which will make you happy, guys. There's an orange. So we've got rose red, poppy red, hibiscus red, raspberry red. Okay, that's all of our ready toned ones. I was using Polychromos, Laura. If you'd like to know any of the colours that I've used, do let me know and I'll gladly read them out. Okay, so we have 4 contenders. for watermelon. That's not a bad start. Hibiscus red. Rose red. And that's more of an orange. Poppy red. Oops, wrong end. And that one's too pink, I think. I'm going to go with the first one. We're going to go for hibiscus red. Let's try and zoom you guys in. It's really hard because the book's so big. I'm going to try and do an outline. And then one motion to fill it in. I think that's quite a good colour for a watermelon, right? Is my flash on? Now it is. No, you're not the only person who can't get along with Prismas. Although I do want to try, but before I can try, I actually need to buy some Prismas. Because I only have like a blend of green and a couple of skin tone markers. But I think what I struggle with Prismas is the wax bloom. It just annoys me. And I like the hardness of the polys more. If I show you, talking of the Ohuhu brush markers, the body colour I did with Miss Betty, let me just go ahead and grab the book. Get a sneak peek at my one of my completed pages for the month of April. Me and Betty did the Easter page, and that was all using the Ohuhu brush markers. So then I also added some stickles, some glossy accents on her eyes and on the chocolate bunny. You can maybe see that shining, and then also on her skirt. But yeah, that was using the brush markers. Take care, Lisa. Thank you so much for coming, hon. I really appreciate it. And like I said, if you need to chat, just message me on Instagram. Okay? Take care, hon. Oh, thank you, Kate. I really enjoy using those markers. So is yours, Miss Betty. I love your blue bunny. I definitely find using these easier than the super tips, Kate. Don't get me wrong, I do love my super tips, and I have got the set of 100 on my wish list, because I only have the set of 50, but they do terrify me. Oh, nice, Sam. Okay, so that's our watermelons based. I think I will go over them with shading at some point. Most, like all of this so far, apart from what you've just seen me colour with a pen, the rest of it has just been done with pencils. I do want to find the pear green twi marker to do our pears with, funnily enough. Hi Debbie, sweet, how are you? I know you adore your super tips and you are fantastic with your super tips. Let's see. Contenders for pears we're looking for now. So we've got apple green, moss green, pear green, pine green, lime green. I will give our teaser their due. They've given us loads of greens in this set. Honeydew green. Oops, come here. Chartreuse green. Definitely don't want the darker shaded ones. What have we got down here? Green. Neon green. Yeah, I don't think we want neon. And sage. Okay, I think that's enough greens to contend with. Oh, bless you, Debbie. That's all right. I'm just glad that people come to watch me colour and talk to me. Moss green. Okay, so that would be too dark to shade over. Pear green. It's a possibility. Chartreuse green. That's a possibility. Pine green. Too dark. Apple green. Too green. Green. Nope. Sage green. Too pale. Honeydew green. A possibility. Oh, wrong end. And lime. No. So it's between that one, and that one. That one to me is too yellow. Take that out of the equation. I could put some brown into this one, I think. Might go for the honeydew. Randonautica. Your son wants to know what Randonautica is. I've no idea. I know what Subnautica is, but I've never heard of Randonautica. Would you like me to Google it? Apparently it's an app. That encourages you to get out and explore your local area. It does this by giving you a randomized set of coordinates and asks you to go out with a purpose in mind. Yep, never heard of that. No, I don't know, but I do now. I've just Googled it. No, I hadn't heard of it, Debbie. Right, so we're going to go with the honeydew green for our pears. I'm not going to download it. I don't download things I've never heard of. And it sounds like something I would never download anyway. Aw, one cute little pear. Yeah, I did see, I saw when I Googled it that there was some YouTube videos associated with it. Debbie, you can tell your son I live a very, very sheltered life. So, yeah, I've never heard of it. I am from England, yeah. Hi, Rebecca, welcome. Thank you for joining the live stream, hun. I'm just in the middle of colouring some little fruits at the moment. Using my Arteza Twi markers. Because if you do what it says and follow it, can take you to a what place? This may seem like a really strange question, but If your son says it's dangerous, can I ask why your son's watching it? Oh, thank you, Rebecca. I don't know, I guess I'm just kind of confused that if he's warning me of it, because it's dangerous, I'm kind of like, well, why are you watching it if it's dangerous? Right, so that's our pears done. Let's find a yellow for the lemons. Where did the other 4 markers go? Did I put them back? I must have done. Cantaloupe orange. I would apologise for keep getting these markers out and for the noise, but beans I know that you guys appreciate the noise, I'm not going to. Should really find an orange as well while I'm at it, shouldn't I? For the oranges. Let's do orange and lemons at the same time. Definitely don't want neon. Got some candidates there. I'm 35. I'm only 5 years younger. And I have a 6'1" fiance to protect me, so I'm all good. Mind you, saying that, he's a teddy bear and I'm the ankle biter, so it's really me they have to be careful of. So, if the weirdos come looking for me, I wish them all the luck in the world, because they're going to need it. I'm not afraid to bite. Oh, I like that orange. That is, funnily enough, called orange. Too dark. This is a possibility for the lemon. I like that. Ooh, I like that one too. This is probably too pale. Yep. Too pale. Nice, but not the shade I'm looking for. Nope. And nope. Erin, welcome, hon. How are you? I'm good, thank you. How are you? Oh my gosh, Kate, how are you wearing thermal socks? These pens are called Twi markers, Debbie, by Arteza. So, that is the yellow we're having. And then the orange. I think I'm going to go with the marmalade orange. Okay, let's whittle that down. Okay, so let's do our lemons. Hey Google, what temperature is it in Swindon?
The current temperature in Swindon is 8 degrees.
It's 8 degrees here, so it's not that cold. Oh, bless you, you're sitting there putting thermals on and I'm sitting here thinking of putting the fan on. No, they're lovely and smooth, Debbie. They only pilfer the paper if you go over it too many times. So if I show you on this scrap piece, look, I'll do it with the orange because it's easier to see. So as long as you do a continuous motion, like with any water-based markers, they're absolutely fine and there's no streaking. But if you continue to go over, that it's already pilfering. Oh, shizer. I just did that. Yep, that happened. Black background then. So yeah, it's pilfering and can you see all the bits? I don't think you can. But you also start getting shadowing as well then. I'm going to correct that with some Posca. Do excuse me for a minute. May have to go over it a couple of times to get it to go white, but it's okay, don't worry, Kate. Don't worry, it will be fixed. Right, let's continue with our lemons. That's too cold for you. See, where I live, because all the old people have their heating on, we don't have to put our heating on, because the whole building is just billy boiling. So more often than not, I have the windows wide open and the fan on, even during the winter. Okay, that's our lemons done. Yes, he did have COVID, but he's all good now, thank you, Erin. We've both had our first COVID jabs. I had the AstraZeneca as my first one, and he had Pfizer. Unfortunately, I didn't get a say in it. I did want Pfizer, but I just went with the flow. I was very sick after having the jab. Made me sick as a dog all the way through the night, and then aching and tired. But I got over it. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of dreading the second one if it's gonna be anything like the first, but I want life to go back to a bit more normality than what it currently is. So if it means doing my part in protecting myself and others from getting COVID, then, you know, I'm going to have the jab. I don't know, Minnie, to be honest, hun. Because I had mine done in the same place as hubby had his done, in the hospital, I just assumed that I would have Pfizer the same as him. But when I was waiting to be called to have my jab, the nurse with the sheet stood there, and I said, is it possible to ask what vaccine I'm having? And she said, oh, it's your first one, you'll be having AstraZeneca. And I was kind of like, oh, okay. You know, and part of me did want to say, well, actually, I'd rather have the Pfizer. Is there any way of changing? But then the other half of me was like, oh, just stop being a pussy and, you know, just deal with it. Man up and get on with it. So I did. Okay, so that's our oranges done. Let's put those pens back in there. I'd quite like to find a terracotta. Maybe if I use that, was it peach? I might use that one as a base. There's the peach. I think this was the... Yeah, I'm going to use that one. I'm going to use this as a base to do my terracotta plant pots with. And then find some polychromos pencils that more resemble like a terracotta colour. But someone on TikTok kind of put into perspective, going back to the AstraZeneca thing, they had a whole glass of sugar. And, you know, they grabbed with tweezers 30 grains of sugar out of the millions and millions and millions of grains of sugar that were in that glass, and showed, you know, the 30 people that had had trouble with the AstraZeneca jab compared to the millions of people, the millions of grains of sugar of people that didn't have a problem with it. And it was kind of like, yeah, just get over it. What will be, will be. Only the big man upstairs can decide when it's my time to leave the earth, I guess. So, Minnie, with regards to being under 30, because of the blood clot situation being mostly in, like the blood clot problem being in mostly under 30-year-olds, they're actually offering under 30s a different jab rather than the AstraZeneca, as far as I know. Yeah, we don't have the Johnson & Johnson one over here, Erin. You guys have another one that I can't remember the name of it now. But we don't have that one either. We literally have Pfizer and AstraZeneca. But like I said, as long as it protects us and others from getting it, then it's just something we've got to get on with. That's the one. The Moderna, yep. Yeah, exactly, Kate. Yep. We all had ours done on the same day, didn't we? Within like half an hour of each other. It was kind of funny. Besties getting jabs within half hour of each other. Did yours tell you that you were allowed to go straight away, Kate? because with the Pfizer you have to stay and wait 15 minutes after the jab. But my nurse said with the AstraZeneca you can just go straight away. So I didn't have to sit down or anything. Yeah, exactly, Minnie. I mean, I'm not a huge going into town person, but this is the same with anything. When that's taken away from you and you know you can't do it, it's like, well, hang on a minute. What if I want to go into town today? Don't take it away from me, please. I'd still like the option there. Yeah, mine was 10 a.m, Kate, but I ended up having mine done at 10:30 because they were running a bit late. Oh, wow. We went by bus. So we got dropped off and sat and waited half an hour, and we went out ready to catch the next bus, and there was already one waiting there for us, so. Right, I'm going to be 2 seconds, guys. I just need to visit the ladies' room. So if you guys want to talk amongst yourselves or devise a little game or something, I won't be long. Okay, back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go ahead and find some colours to do terracotta with. Now I've got here cinnamon and sanguine, which seem to be okay colours, I think. What else do I have in here? Burnt ochre. Maybe those two. Yeah, we'll go with that. it is crazy, Kate. It's funny because me and hubby were tidying up the living room the other day, and we left our Christmas card holder on the door, and just, every time we kept thinking about putting it away, we were like forgetting about it. So when I was dusting the other day, hubby was like, "Oh, for goodness sake, take that Christmas card holder off the door, would you?" So I did it, and was taking the Christmas cards off there and, keeping the special ones and what have you. And I said to Steve, I was like, "Oh, do you want to keep this one?" And he's like, "What is it?" And I'm like, "It's your Christmas card that you got for being a carer during the COVID pandemic at Christmas." And I'm like, "You're never going to get another one of them again, are you? So you may want to keep that for, history purposes." Did he leave it on the table? I'm not sure where he put it. Knowing Steve, probably in the drawer, because that's where everything gets put. In the coffee table drawer. I don't think that's a bad colour for a terracotta pot, do you? It's not too bad. Well, I was talking to hubby about this, Sue, and surely when we hit the first bout of the pandemic, if we'd have completely shut all the borders, stopped all flights in and out of England, we could have eradicated it a lot quicker than we did. Obviously, we know this now. I don't think the Prime Minister is to blame. Could he have handled things slightly different? I mean, maybe. But, that's getting into politics, and people have very different views on politics. So we won't go into that necessarily. But my thoughts were just like, surely if we'd have stopped all flights in and out of England, got people back that were in foreign countries, that live in Britain, to go in the hotels or isolation places to be tested, we could have eradicated it from England a lot quicker. But then we would have had to kept the borders closed. It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because of the economy and everything. I don't know. Again, I'm thinking out loud. There's always going to be, if we had have done this, if we had have done that, we could have done this. Oh, thank you, Sam. Yeah, Sue, when my hubby had it, Steve, when hubby had the COVID jab, because he'd had COVID, he said exactly the same. He felt like he had COVID again. When he had COVID, his breathing was bad, but he has a sleep apnea machine, so he was able and lucky and fortunate in a way to have a sleeping disorder that meant that he had a machine on hand to be able to breathe with. But the COVID mainly attacked his knee joints, which was very strange. He just kept saying to me how his knees were aching really badly. But yeah, when he had his Pfizer jab, he said he felt like he had COVID all over again. I don't know whether I put a base down on that one or not. Just looks a different colour to the others. Take care, Laura, hun. Have a nice dinner. Thank you so much for joining. Betty. I can't believe America still aren't taking it seriously. So, I was on a live stream, not a live stream, well, yeah, it was. I was on a live chat with Miss Betty the other day. And get this, right, in America, where Miss Betty lives, they have stopped providing hand sanitizer in the supermarkets, and they also aren't wearing masks anymore in their supermarkets. So Miss Betty's like, well, she has a low immune, so unless people abide by, you know, the rules and provide the safety needed, she can't go shopping at those places, bless her. And I'm just like, America, you're crazy. I know, Sue, I'm getting my hair done as well next week. On Thursday, I'm having it all cut off. And that's a lot of hair. It's a good 6-7 inches I'm having cut off. Tomorrow at 5 o'clock, no one needs a mask anymore. That's crazy. You guys haven't even flipping rolled out anywhere near as many vaccinations as us. Oh my goodness. It's places like that that's gonna halt everything. Obviously I'm not blaming Betty, it's not Betty's fault, it's a blooming state's fault. It's the government's fault, but it's just crazy. It's like if you guys over there stop wearing masks and everything, I know Betty won't. But if Americans stop wearing masks and taking the precautions, and then we open our borders and allow flights to America again, we're just going to be back in the same boat. It really frustrates me. Oh, Betty won't stop wearing one. Definitely not. You know, people say that Boris is crazy and he's this and that, but hey, at least he's still cautious. We have that to thank him for. Bless you, Betty. Right, so we are approaching the 2-hour mark. So I'm just going to go ahead and colour a couple more of these terracotta pots. And then I will be calling it a live stream. But I'm pleased with the progress we're making. I'm loving doing this page. So on Saturday, when it comes to doing my live stream, I'll imagine that I'll be finished this by then, but if I haven't, I'll probably continue working on this if that's okay. But if I have finished it, I think what I might do is my other buddy colour with Kate, which is from Rhapsody in the Forest. We are doing this Easter page together. So I might go ahead and do that. With these eggs here, I'm wanting to paint do them like, is it Fabergé eggs? Where they're gold and different colours. So that's what I'm wanting to do with those ones. I have a couple more there to colour in green. And I think with these as well, all the little bits and bobs and lines, I want to do gold. And I've looked up different colours of hyacinths. And then these are grape hyacinths. So yeah, I may get around to doing that one on Saturday if I finished this one. Hi Azra, welcome. Oh, you're welcome, Minnie. No problem, Erin. Spoiled? What's spoiled, Miss Betty? USA. These plant pots just remind me of the Flintstones. I've been sat here colouring them thinking, do you know what? They look just like Fred Flintstone's outfit that he wears. I'm not sure if you guys can tell the difference in colour between the uncoloured ones and the, well, I say uncoloured, the unshaded and the shaded ones. Oh, I know, Betty. They're called snowflakes. We have a lot of snowflakes here too, don't worry. It's mainly the younger generation. I mean, I'm not blaming all of the younger generation, because I don't think they should all be tarnished with the same brush, but the younger generation that aren't very knowledgeable or just don't care are the problem. The ones that haven't been taught any common sense, maybe. Oh yeah, I know. Erin, exactly. Freaking idiots. Right, so I will finish this plant pot off and call it a live stream. Okay, so that is nearly half of the plant pots done, and almost half of the cactus done as well. But if I zoom you guys out slightly, let's lift you up, you can see the whole page. So that is what we've got so far. So I'd like to thank everyone for joining me. Thank you for keeping me company on hubby's night at work. I'm hoping to see you all on Saturday, but it will be earlier than this, so we're talking maybe 2 p.m. UK time. So whatever time it is where you are now, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, yeah, whatever time it is where you are now, take away 6 hours, and that is when I will be aiming to live stream on Saturday. Yes, Sue, I've heard that too. Thank you so much everyone for joining. Thank you for all the compliments on my page. I'm really having so much fun colouring this. And, oh, I wish, Betty. This one's going to take me a bit longer because I'm using pencil mainly. But thank you so much for joining everyone, and I hope to see you on Saturday. Until then, take care and happy colouring!